Meet the Patient segment, we have Moira here with us, who is going to share her experience with cardiovascular disease. Welcome, Moira.
Thank you, Dr. Espinosa, for having me.
Great. So tell me, what was your experience like with cardiovascular disease? How did it start?
It started one evening with a terrific pain in the chest, which I didn't think was a heart attack. I thought it was gas.
As most Jamaicans do.
As we all do,
yeah.
But the next day, I had to go I went to the Heart Foundation to get a ECG.
So tell me about this gas pain. Did you have that kind of pain before, or did you just rub it or drink mint tea? What did you do for that pain?
Well, it was a sharp pain, so I tried to just calm myself for a few minutes to see if it would go away. It didn't. It increased, so I had my son sort of help me, to burp, which did not help.
You're a Jamaican. All Jamaicans do that.
So I had to sit down and just sort of calm myself down, which I did. And eventually the pain subsided. So I went about my business for the night, had dinner, computer, whatever, and went to bed, hoping that I would get up the next morning. I did, but I was not feeling myself the next morning.
Did you feel that you were going to die, or why did you think that particular night?
Because the thought occurred to me that it could be a heart attack, although I didn't think it was a heart attack. So I said, well, if it was a heart attack, I said, well, if you go to bed, you probably won't make up next morning. But I did. Wasn't feeling so wonderful. And at lunchtime, I decided to go and see if I would do an ECG to see that it wasn't a heart attack. And it was a heart attack.
Wow.
The doctor said I was having a heart attack.
So how did that make you feel?
I don't know.
Were you scared?
No, I wasn't scared, It was like, I'm having a heart attack. All right, what do we do? Let's get this thing. I don't want to die. So let's do what we need to do. So I had to go up to the hospital, and I had to go up in an ambulance. So I went up to the University Hospital in an ambulance, siren, cutting through traffic. So when we see the ambulance on the road, cutting through the traffic, people make way because it's serious. Somebody in there is having a problem and needs to get to the hospital as soon as possible.
So did you have pain that day when you were taken to the hospital?
No, I just was not feeling myself. Like, say if a friend came and said, let's go uptown or something, I would say, no, I'm not feeling so wonderful. But I wasn't feeling
more lethargic.
sick. Yes, I was just feeling, like I would want to go home and lie down, sort of thing. Right. So went up to the hospital, went in the A&E.
Emergency room.
And lots of excitement, hooked me up to all sorts of things, and got medication, right? And I ended up staying in the hospital for about a week.
So what did the doctors say led to your heart attack? Was it a high blood pressure problem? Was it cholesterol issues? In your case, what did they say caused you to have a heart attack?
Did the doctors say? Well,
because your pressure was sort of fluctuating before.
Pressure was fluctuating, 140, and then it would come back to 120. So I didn't think I had a high blood pressure problem, but I do have a high blood pressure problem, right? So I think that would be the trigger for me. Having gone through blood tests and stuff, you see where the cholesterol was high, but it wasn't through the roof, But
and that's the mistake most people make. It has to be of a certain value for you to recognize that it's very high. But once it's over the threshold for the lab, we consider it to be high.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
And I don't know if this is an issue. My blood tends to be thick. Is there such a thing?
There is a condition,
right,
called polycythemia vera, but that's not really a risk factor for
it's
that
not a risk factor. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So it would be the cholesterol and the hypertension.
So have you taken it seriously now? I mean, now that you've had a heart attack, most people don't survive, by the way. So you are very lucky to have survived this event.
Wow.
So have you taken it more seriously?
Doctor, I took it so seriously that it was, it was serious. I took it very seriously. Had to lose weight, had to exercise. When I went home first, it's like I think I was an invalid. I mean, I was really scared.
If you were to tell somebody how to prevent getting to where you are now, what would your advice be?
Don't think that it can't happen to you, but you need to monitor your blood pressure. You need to monitor your blood sugar. You need to monitor your cholesterol levels, right? You need to know your numbers, as your doctors say, and you need to adjust the way that you eat. Your diet has to change, and you must exercise.
Absolutely.
Must exercise.
That's great advice.
Right. For ladies over 50, like myself. A friend said, you know, when she got to 50 and she said, okay, that's cool. She changed everything. Started exercising, started eating right, and checking her numbers and stuff. So she did the right thing, not necessarily at the right time, but she did the right thing. She made the adjustment, and she's good, you know. So we need to be responsible.
Yes,
we need to
own your health,
right.
you know. And it's great to have a good doctor that follows you up. So thank you so much for that. And gives you the information. Right. So thank you very much for that information.
This show is wonderful. So I know it's going to help a lot of people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.